Dr. Subramaniam Swamy, President of the Janata Party, Dr. A. Gopalakrishnan, one of India's top nuclear experts, and Prashant Bhushan, who strongly supports the protesters there. Dr. Swamy, thank you for joining us, all of you, on the debate. Dr. Swamy, what was that kind of action this morning? It's completely out of line. It's a bit of an overreaction. It's a use of brute force. You see the pictures. You're pushing the protesters into the sea. It almost appears as if the security agencies had been given a warning to complete their job today, come what may. Wasn't it a complete overreaction?
It depends. It depends on what you see. The protesters were throwing stones. They abducted two police personnel, including one woman constable, and they were a violent mob. And this has been going on for too long. Where the decision has already been made. The High Court has put a stamp of approval. Now is the time to crack down. You can't go on have these demonstrations and prevent power generation from taking place.
So if whatever the cost, you're saying today, whatever the cost, whatever the consequences, and regardless of the collateral damage, that's what you're saying?
There's no collateral damage. The collateral damage is these rowdies went and stopped a train. What were the poor innocent passengers? Why are they being put to all this stress for nothing? It's not a question of collateral damage. It's a question of bringing a full stop to this. This has gone on too long. We need that power as a supply. That reactor has been certified. The level of risk is very minimal. And therefore, we have to go ahead. And if these protesters who are financed from abroad keep coming, some of them have allegiance to all kinds of militant organizations. They're all leftovers, financial orphans of LTTE, Naxalite.
Financial orphans.
Gang. All these characters have got together, and I suddenly find padres and nuns also in the agitation. I don't know what they.
What are you suggesting? No. What are you suggesting? Okay, we're getting some reactions, particularly on the description of the protesters as people who disrespect the law. Prashant Bhushan, financial orphans of the LTTE, says Dr. Subramaniam Swamy. NGOs funded dubiously. Dr. Gopalakrishnan has already raised his hand, so I think Dr. Gopalakrishnan can go first. Dr. Gopalakrishnan, would you like to respond to what Dr. Subramaniam Swamy has said?
Yes, I do. I totally disagree with what Dr. Swamy said. I have a great regard for him, but I think he doesn't seem to know anything about the nuclear sector or how events led to this. His jumping up and down saying that power is not being generated, this has been explained and all that, there is no basis for it. They have been asking for reasonable safety-related questions for which no answers have been provided. It is not sufficient for me that someone from the great nuclear family comes out and says, yes, trust me, I have looked at it. I want to see why the Department of Atomic Energy cannot put the safety analysis report, etc., for people to read. And there is no national security matter. I have seen tens of such reports both in this country as well as abroad. And I can assure you that, yes, with some blocking out of some of the data which are proprietary, the safety analysis report can always be made.
What is your point? Are you saying, Dr. Gopalakrishnan? Before I come back to you to complete, I want to ask Prashant Bhushan. Prashant Bhushan, are you saying today, because you're on the same side, that the Atomic Energy Regulatory Board decision doesn't matter, the Madras High Court decision doesn't matter, and the government of India and the state government, of course, giving a nod to the project does not matter? A peer review of safety parameters carried out by the World Association of Nuclear Operators, and that also giving a green signal, does not matter. As long as the protesters don't give a green signal, nothing matters. Prashant Bhushan.
Well, the government's own expert committee, which went into the safety features of Kudankulam after Fukushima, the government appointed an expert committee consisting of 4-5 people from their nuclear family, who went into the safety features of Kudankulam, gave a report suggesting 17 additional features that needed to be put in place before this plant could be operated. One of them was, I'll give you just one example, one of them was the provision of alternate supply of cooling water. In Fukushima, what happened was that the tsunami crippled the power systems, which led to the stoppage of cooling water into the reactors as well as to the spent fuel storage, which led to this catastrophic radioactive release from those plants. Now, in this particular plant at Kudankulam, the cooling water is supposed to be from a desalination plant, which is from a new untested technology being imported from Israel. Now, suppose that plant fails, we will have the same kind of catastrophic
I have two follow-up questions.
As we had in Fukushima.
Two follow-up questions.
Yes.
Two follow-up questions. My first question to you,
please.
Prashant Bhushan, is, I claim to be no nuclear scientist.
Yes.
And except Dr. Gopalakrishnan, none of us are. But Fukushima has restarted. You keep talking about Fukushima. Didn't the Japanese Prime Minister say that if I don't restart Fukushima, then the survival of society is at stake? So pragmatism and reality took precedence over fears. Prashant Bhushan, in the context of Fukushima, does not demolish your Fukushima argument.
I don't know what kind of news reports you read that Fukushima has been restarted. I mean, are you living in some kind of a dream world? Fukushima will not be restarted at least for the next 10 years. Fukushima, the whole area had to be cleared out. The whole, for at least 30 kilometers, the people had to be sent away. They can't go back even today.
Mr. Prashant Bhushan,
that land has become unfit for agriculture.
Mr. Prashant
you
Bhushan,
are saying Fukushima has been restarted. Do you know the loss that has been already incurred on account of Fukushima?
Mr. Prashant Bhushan,
into over $1 trillion.
Mr. Prashant Bhushan, what is the intention of Kudankulam? I am giving you the other side, and I request you to look at the other side. That is the intention of Kudankulam. The intention is to ensure that the electricity requirement is met with.
So the government,
give me a moment.
The electricity, just the damage done by one accident like Fukushima is more than 1,000 times the lifetime benefit from a plant like
So tell me, what do you think of the judicial process?
That is why the government...
What do you think of the judicial process?
That is why the government's own expert committee...
What is the relevance of the judicial process?
We are filing the SLP against the Madras High Court tomorrow itself. And I'm just telling you what happened in that case. The government's own expert committee had said that 17 additional safety measures have to be put in place before the plant could be started. Without putting those in place, the AERB, which solemnly gave an affidavit in Madras High Court saying that they will not give consent for this plant to operate before those safety measures are put in, went ahead and gave the consent to operate. When this was brought to the notice of the Madras High Court, they said that, well, we are not experts, AERB is the expert. And about AERB, the CAG has given a report that this functions like a department of the Department of Atomic Energy.
Basically, Prashant Bhushan, I hear you say loud and clear today that none of these decisions so far of the AERB, Madras High Court governments matter. That I hear you say loud and clear here today, that till the judicial process...
I am saying that the government is going... The AERB is not even implementing its own sworn affidavit before the High Court, is not even implementing the government's own expert committee's report.
Subramaniam Swamy.
You need to have an alternative backup cooling water source.
Okay, now we've heard...
Dr. Gopalakrishnan?
We've heard this. Before I come back to Dr. Gopalakrishnan, I'd now like to go back to Subramaniam Swamy. Subramaniam Swamy, first your response to what Prashant Bhushan says, and please directly to Prashant Bhushan tonight, without ambiguity, explain to me what you mean by this constant bogey of the foreign funding, foreign funded NGOs, so he can respond to you directly as well.
Well, first of all, you say, I have never suffered from ambiguity. I'm not a liberal. The fact of the matter is that if Prashant is going on an SLP. All power to him. I'll see him in court. Dr. Abdul Kalam was requested to go into all these questions, including the so-called 17 conditions. And he finally came out and gave a report saying that it's perfectly fine to go ahead with this reactor. Now, I don't have to be a nuclear scientist to say whether I agree with him or I don't agree with him. There is a question that our system works on the basis of certain people whose integrity is above question. And in the case of Dr. Kalam, everybody thinks very highly of him, and he gave it a clean chit. Then the matter went to the High Court. Now, Prashant is not happy with the way the case was presented. We'll see what happens in the Supreme Court. But as far as the law stands and the judgment stands, that's the position today. We can't allow mobs to come and tell us. Do you think those people who are there in the beaches, they know what the Kudankulam is all about? I know, that is my home state. I know what they know.
Then what are you suggesting?
No clue.
No, what are you suggesting? No, are you suggesting that, they are being instigated? No, one sec.
And they have protested. I don't think very highly of this.
Subramaniam Swamy, are you suggesting they are being instigated? They have no belief in the cause? It is not a question of their livelihoods? That they are being paid off? What is your suggestion? Make
absolutely.
It clearly tonight. Don't mince your words.
No, there is no question of their livelihood. There is nothing of that kind. They are being instigated. They have been promised all kinds of things. They are promised a picnic, actually. And you have seen that. You have seen the Christian church distribute goodies and foods while they are all sitting in a pandal.
Where does the Christian church come in?
This has anything to do with it. And then
where does the Christian church come in? Why are you communalizing this?
In rioting? What kind of peaceful demonstration is that?
No. Well. You know, now
I'm not communalizing it. They are there to see.
Well, Mr. Subramaniam Swamy, we are talking here of nuclear power, rehabilitation. There is no communal angle to it. And with all respect, Prashant Bhushan, I would continue to insist that despite what happened in Fukushima, Japan was forced to restart its other reactors. Of course,
there should not be a communal angle. What are the Christian padres and nuns doing there?
Japan was forced to restart, and Prime Minister Yoshiko Noda said, Japan was forced to restart its nuclear reactors, despite Fukushima. It was.
Japan had to shut down each and every single nuclear reactor. They have now restarted probably one out of several that they had, which all of them were shut down after Fukushima.
So then your earlier observation.
Fukushima will not be restarted ever. Fukushima has been closed down for all time.
I am talking about post-Fukushima. All the nuclear reactors had been shut down, and in June this year they were forced to restart it to avert a huge power crisis.
Only one.
But why were they forced to restart?
Only one was restarted.
Why were they forced to restart it? Why were they forced to restart it?
Arnab, this is a meaningless
discussion. Because they needed that electricity. They have become dependent upon that electricity.
Okay.
Nuclear energy supplies more than 33% of Japan's electricity.
Okay. Now that's
India,
not
we get only 2% of our electricity from nuclear power.
Sure. I agree with Dr. Gopalakrishnan that is not really the critical issue. Dr. Gopalakrishnan, Subramaniam Swamy again 3 or 4 times is casting motive, saying these are vested forces, these have a communal agenda, they are being politically and financially instigated to carry out the protest. Would you please respond to it?
Please give me 3 or 4 minutes.
Go ahead.
I think this whole discussion is going helter-skelter. Let me tell you that right for the first time I'm telling you that I'm 100% with the Kudankulam protesters now. If you had asked me 4 months ago, 5 months ago, I would not have said this. But the way the government has been handling it, the way the nuclear sector, the nuclear bosses have been handling this whole issue and similar issues in Jaitapur and others, I would support similar protest, totally peaceful protest at all nuclear power project sites. I believe that these government's nuclear power projects will have to be temporarily, if not permanently, brought to a halt so that the government will sit back and honestly discuss the issues involved with the people of India. 2004 onwards, Prime Minister's single-handed push has been for nuclear power. He has never made, neither has the Central Electricity Authority or the nuclear power departments have made a case why nuclear, and that too foreign nuclear reactors of this kind, will have to be given such enormously high priority than various other types of energy which also should be looked at. So when you're making it sound over the last 6 years that nuclear power, and that too of the foreign kind, large reactors from major corporations
Dr.
abroad, is the only way to solve the problem. No, the point is that there has to be some honesty in the system, and none of us is seeing it. And that is what the protesters are protesting about. Talk about foreign hand and all that. Don't you think that 2004 to 2008, the nuclear nuclear deal has been pushed heavily by foreign hands on the government side? The foreign governments, the foreign nuclear corporations, in collusion with the Department of Atomic Energy, have been helping the Prime Minister achieve this deal. And along with that, several side deals were made about buying reactors. And it is the result of it that we are seeing today. And none of this have been
I request you, Subramaniam Swamy. Subramaniam Swamy, you need to explain this now. Because Prashant Bhushan and Dr. Gopalakrishnan have jointly taken you on. Now 1 minute, Dr. Subramaniam. No, when you say foreign hand, earlier one chief minister said foreign hand. I'm not naming the chief minister. Later it was found out that he was referring to some Greenpeace activist from Finland who had visited the site. Is that a foreign hand? Is that a foreign hand, Subramaniam Swamy?
Well, you see, I am now not relying on some chief minister. I'm relying on the Home Minister, I'm relying on the Minister in the Prime Minister's office who deals with RAW and so on, and I have my own inputs from
so tell me your inputs.
In the government. So I've come to the conclusion that this is foreign inspired. Now,
one
take the question of the nuclear deal.
Why? How did you
take the question of the nuclear deal which he says was foreign inspired. That's precisely the point. They were expecting they will get the orders. Instead of that, the Russians have got the orders.
What? 1 second.
What do you mean?
1 second.
Subramaniam Swamy is quick to believe this.
What I mean is that the nuclear reactors were supposed to be bought from France and the United States.
Calling him the most corrupt fellow, etc. And he believes Chidambaram just because Chidambaram is saying foreign hand without any evidence.
And what does
justified Subramaniam Swamy? Justified Subramaniam Swamy.
Chidambaram didn't say foreign hand. It is Mr. Come on now.
Yes, he said foreign hand.
Chidambaram never said foreign hand. It was said by Narayan Swamy and now...
Gentlemen, 1 minute.
Chidambaram will never say foreign hand because he's part of the foreign hand.
1 minute. No, Subramaniam Swamy, Prashant Bhushan puts a direct question to you. And Prashant Bhushan's question is the following. Won't people find it strange that Dr. Subramaniam Swamy, who day in and day out questions what happens in the government, has a certain degree of inspired belief in the same government when it comes to Kudankulam? The same Subramaniam Swamy who has a different approach when it comes to telecom and Colgate.
Yes, it is.
Has great faith in the same government when it comes to Kudankulam. Justify that, Subramaniam Swamy. Justify that change of position.
I don't have to justify it. I don't have to justify it. The government has to justify because they have come around to my point of view. I was the first one to say it on your program when the agitation started, that this is funded by foreigners. It is being instigated by the Christian community, the missionary community.
Where does the Christian angle come into this? For a variety of reasons.
And then later on the government came in and said the same thing as I said. It's not I who is now taking the government stand, the government is taking my stand.
Does that answer you, Prashant Bhushan? Does that answer you, Prashant Bhushan?
Subramaniam,
What is the basis or the evidence on which Dr. Subramaniam Swamy is claiming foreign hand, foreign funds, etc.? Merely because some people from the church or some padres, etc. are supporting it? Merely because some Greenpeace activists come there, let him produce one shred of evidence.
No.
Let him produce one shred of evidence about any foreign funding.
I will.
All kinds
the amount of money they have got, which is Home Ministry records, which have been published.
Why haven't they taken action?
Who has got the Kudankulam protesters?
They have received every year. They have received up to now something like 300 crores.
Come on, nonsense. If there is a foreign hand here, what is the Intelligence Bureau and all other agencies doing? Why are they not arrested? Why are they not prosecuted?
They have received 300 crores. 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 300 cr
Answer that, Swapna.
Don't just, I think it looks like Mr. Subramaniam
They
Swamy is
should.
rabidly
That's why I'm saying they are going
anti-Christian
slow.
and he
They
is
are
coming
weak.
over.
I don't think this is a excessive action. This action that is being taken is very late. Should have been taken in the very beginning. They should be put under the National Security
Which action?
Act.
Well, sir, Mr. Subramaniam Swamy, if you have enough evidence, why don't you produce it to the government? Give him. And you are very fast in doing litigation. Why
The
don't you go
government
and
has
prosecute
produced it
them?
to me. I don't have to produce it to them. I'm satisfied.
No.
It's accurate.
Then why is it that none of us know about it? The details. Why, if it is so evident, then the government should take action, visible action.
Because
It is
you are
all,
not paying attention.
nonsense.
That's why.
No. We are all paying close attention, and we know much more about the Kudankulam and nuclear sector. So don't teach us.
No, I have a clear question. You see, on Dr. Swamy, I'm sorry, I want to push the point.
The others have to judge how much you know.
Dr. Swamy, I want to push the point with all respect to you, sir. You make 3 allegations on the news hour tonight, Dr. Subramaniam Swamy. And if you don't, then you can tell me now, Arnab, you're wrong. I'll stop right here. Your 3 allegations are the following. 1, a large infusion of foreign funds which you claim are to the tune of rupees 300 crores. B, you are also making an accusation on the news hour tonight, Dr. Subramaniam Swamy, that those who are leading the protesters are bitter because other companies did not get the contract and therefore they are creating trouble. In other words, you are accusing the protesters of being lobbies for rival corporate entities. In full knowledge, you are making these charges, and I'd like to say, these are your charges, these are not our charges. I therefore distance myself from your charges. But your third charge on the news hour tonight is that those protesters are not protesting because of their personal issues of rehabilitation, that they are being instigated. You also talk of a communal charge. Now, I hope you understand, Dr. Subramaniam Swamy, that you are making a series of extremely, what can be described as unambiguous but over-the-top charges which someone can take you to court tomorrow and say, produce the evidence. Or retract your comments.
I've seen this kind of thing before.
Yes.
In fact, the records will come out in a court case.
What records? Oh, you are making a threat that the records will come out in a court case? 1 second. Explain your threat.
Yes, absolutely. That's the proper place for it to come.
Prashant Bhushan, you want to respond? Dr. Subramaniam Swamy saying tonight, if this matter goes to court, he can produce evidence in connection with his charges in court.
Why does? If he is so convinced, why doesn't he take it?
Why doesn't he take it now?
Why doesn't he take it to court?
If you're so convinced, Subramaniam Swamy, why aren't you taking everyone, including Dr. Gopalakrishnan, to court right now?
Why didn't you do that? I am supporting the...
Because I am busy with 2G. I am a private citizen. I have a limitation on time. I can't act according to Dr. Gopalakrishnan. I don't even know what his credentials are to ask me about it.
If you have limitations on it, then don't come to TV channels and make allegations.
In fact, I am quite struck.
There is no question of allegations. I am repeating what the government has said. You have nothing to say except to defend them.
Prashant Bhushan was saying something to you, Dr. Swamy. 1 minute. Prashant Bhushan.
I was quite struck by a recent ad issued in public interest by Greenpeace India, which had a photograph of protesters in front of the Kudankulam plant. It said, do you see the foreign hand in these people who are sitting there? Do you see the foreign hand in that person who is standing there? Where is the foreign hand? But yes, there is a foreign hand, it says here. The foreign hand is there in these reactors which are there in the background. Those are being built by foreign corporations and through the foreign hand. You can see the foreign hand.
No, not corporations. The Russian government.
In the manner in which the government is pushing nuclear power in this country. That's the foreign hand. And they are accusing these poor local villagers who are scared about their own safety of being foreign funded without any evidence, just making any kinds of reckless allegations.
I think tempers have got heated up, but Dr. Gopalakrishnan, your last word to Subramaniam Swamy. I'd like to repeat, it's 2 versus 1 tonight. Not that Subramaniam Swamy is not capable of defending himself, having said something. But Dr. Gopalakrishnan, you're making a point to Dr. Swamy. Go ahead.
I just want to say that there are many of us increasingly suspicious that with all the cover-up and secrecy that is with which these huge, extravagantly priced nuclear reactors are being purchased for no reason, without substantiating the reason why they have to be bought. There could be like a coal gate and 2G gate. I wouldn't be surprised if there is a nuclear gate coming up, where even the CAG's questions are not being answered, and the chairman of the Atomic Energy Commission has the extensive power to write there saying that any more disclosure of facts will not be in the national security interest. I have seen this written many times. CAG makes a comment, and the final word is that of the Secretary of Atomic Energy, who says that, look, this is not any further revelation, will not be in national interest, and the matter is closed.
If there is a nuclear gate, and if Subramaniam Swamy is on the other side, on a lighter note, I would like to say that it will be the first time that Subramaniam Swamy is on the other side of the gate. So far, there's no nuclear gate yet.
I would like to take him on the other side.
Okay, we are on the News Hour tonight, giving open challenges to take each other on. And gentlemen, I would request you, to participate, because we are going to have a longer format debate on this. Prashant Bhushan and Gopalakrishnan, you have taken very strong views. You have taken Subramaniam Swamy on, and I'm sure he'll join you on a longer form debate as well. Gentlemen, I thank you for joining me on what happened at Kudankulam this morning. Thank you.